Have you found yourself in the midst of abundance, yet you feel like you're lacking? Or you're in the midst of people, but you are lonely? Watch this to the end. So, this night I shared some of my experiences on my WhatsApp, and I thought, why not just bring it here and let people have more knowledge? Okay, so I have my coach, and I've known her since 2019, and she has been my coach ever since then. And she has been helping me. She's the major person that I would say God used to help me to get over my trauma, pain, and past hurt and all that. Her name is Ufanepo, by the way. So she's someone I decided to just stick with and be learning from. Then in 2020, during COVID especially, everything went online. So I think it's now made it more easy for people to talk more about this person. So I that was when I got to know her. She's known as DDK. So I saw the frenzy, people talking about her, and in all honesty, it's a sweet stuff. It's something that even like you want to go for. Now, I'm personally someone that I don't join bandwagon. Like it's a natural thing for me. It's not even like I don't know. I can't say I learned it. It's a habit that is natural to me. Like for example, if a fashion trend is going right now, if it's not appealing to me, there's nothing you can do to make me wear it. I'm someone that picks stuff easily as well. Like there's the makeup I did 2 Sundays ago. I only watched a video once, especially the lip. I watched the video once and that was it. In fact, the video was just I was strolling through TikTok and that's when I saw it. I was like, oh okay. I watched, and by the time I was doing my makeup, I just found myself doing that style of lippy. Okay, why am I telling you this? I've understood myself that I pick information regardless, and they stick with me, with or without my permission. And so, because I know this, and I know that this thing sticks to me, and they become a part of me subconsciously. This is that I'm careful. I don't just join crowd. I don't say because somebody is doing something, I want to join them. That period to John Obidi was everywhere. John Obidi this, DDK that. I was like, what's going on? The pressure, especially about DDK, was high. It was high. That if you're not well grounded in yourself, you even without knowing why you need DDK, you will join the bandwagon without even knowing your why. Like you don't have a why. So I didn't join, and I later joined last year. And with time, I got to understand her purpose in my life. Now, I later understood why at that time, even when with the pressure, I was I was still like, no, no, no. It is literally because I didn't have the capacity to have Ufon and DDK in my life at once that time. If I go and have the two of them, I will blow. When I say blow, I'm not looking at blow in terms of being rich. I will blow up because I don't have. Imagine putting a gas of 10 liter in a 50-gram bottle. That was me mentally. So I knew, now this my knowing now is something. It's came as a result of me, reflecting and all that. And I then realized that the reason I was not drawn to DDK then was because I need to evacuate a lot of things in my life, in my mind, so that whatever God wants to use DDK for in my life can really have effect. Now, this is what a lot of people don't know. Because somebody is shouting DDK, you run. They are shouting for there, you too, you run, you join. Now, I'm not saying don't join, but the thing is, if especially it's a new thing for you, I think going one after the other will be a good idea. Don't copy somebody that has been doing it for 10 years. If it is just now you're learning about coaching, therapy that you need it, go with one coach first. Go and heal. Go and deal with what needs to be dealt with before you now bring in another. I'm now under both DDK and Ufon in different capacity. And these women, they are, like I said on my status, I said they are similar but they are different. They have some similarities, quite alright. But they still, each human being have their uniqueness. That's just it. But at the end of the day, it is towards the same results. Hence, if the person you are with right now is the voice that God has called upon your life, my dear, stay with that voice. Stay there. So that even if you're not understanding, your subconscious is speaking and is adjusting where necessary. Because let me tell you something, there's nothing you hear that is not having effect in your subconscious mind. You like it or not, with your permission or without your permission, they don't send you. Your brain will pick it, your memory will swallow it. That's why sometimes you will find yourself saying words you never know you know. The reason is because it's either you have read about it or you have seen someone say it, and subconsciously say you will find yourself blowing grammar. It's not necessarily because you went to study English, but likely because you have stayed under a voice that has that strength. This is why if you don't have the capacity for more than one coach, my dear in the Lord, stick to that one. Stick to that voice. When it's time, you will know. Don't let peer pressure. See, it's a form of peer pressure. That, hey, DDK is the one right now. Fia, 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 you're on. It's John Obidi. Fia, 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 you have go. Hey, Yusufo, yeah. You're just going everywhere, jumping everywhere. My dear, that kind of life is a restless life. Let your life be guided. Know what works for your being. Know what works for you. Know what works for your soul. A person is good does not mean they are good for you at that moment. Their goodness can be to your detriment. Thinking back now, having DDK back then would not have really helped me because I would get confused. I didn't have that capacity then. So I stuck with one voice. And when it was time, I moved. Well, I didn't move, but I added. I think that's the right word. I added to what I have. And it's also touching your pastors. Stop jumping up and down. Find the one voice. When that voice has, many of you are under the teachers that are not meant for you. You have not identified your teacher. You have not identified your coach. You have not identified your mentor. You have not identified your pastor. Because your daddy goes to the church does not necessarily mean that pastor is the voice of God over your life. Yes. That you were born in that church and that church is on holiness, on Jesus, on whatever, anything. See, my dear, that you were born there does not necessarily mean that is the voice for where God is taking you to. Or maybe they are the voice for a season, but you, because that's the church they brought me in, you decide to stay there. You stay there. When it is time for you to move, you refuse to move. And the funny part is that you not be angry that things are not working for you, but are you in the place you ought to be? Are you learning from the person you need to learn from? And for those that jump at every new thing, I think it's time you sit down and stop putting yourself under undue pressure, because it's a form of restlessness. My dear, relax. Relax. It is not that difficult to identify the voice for you. But it starts with you even knowing what is meant for you. The voice for you. What you are called for. Your purpose. Knowing yourself. Yourself. Go. Have you even get a PhD on your own self? Okay, maybe not PhD. Maybe it's too far. Try and get degree to masters about yourself. Know the things that work for you. Know the things that don't work for you. If you must sleep for 10 hours a day, don't go and join the people that 4 hours is enough for them. That is part of knowing yourself. If you are the type that must sleep in the afternoon, don't go and copy the people that they don't need afternoon nap. Know yourself. When you know yourself, it becomes easy to identify the voice for you. I hope this helps you. Thanks.